Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Cinematic Trinity and our series where we're watching 30 films in 30 days. And today we're talking about number 8, which is Get Out, the Jordan Peele's first directorial debut, which follows our character Chris as he meets his girlfriend's parents for the first time, but all is not as it seems. Considering it's also a white family and he is a black man, so it's just like the very uncomfortable film in some respects to watch. But I think we'd all seen it before. This is like a rewatch for us.
Yeah.
I do remember liking it the first time I watched it, and watching it again, I still very much like this film.
I actually liked it more watching it again because I think that I was just less stressed about what will potentially happen. I wasn't thinking.
Right.
I couldn't remember exactly what happened, but I was noticing more of the little of what happens and what the. Not really the twist, but the reason why they're there and the whole plot of the film. I obviously didn't know it the first time I watched it, so all these little sentences and goings on, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. But now watching again, I was like, oh yeah, that does tell me that this is what's about to happen, basically.
Yeah.
So I really got a lot of enjoyment out of it watching it a second time, or it might even be third or fourth or something. I think I've watched it a couple times. But yeah, do you know what? It's just a really solid film. It doesn't even have to be good horror, or whatever, because it's more it's not very horror-y. It's more just tension, thriller. It's more of a thriller, isn't it, than a horror?
Yeah.
But it's just solid. There's the actual plot of it is really interesting. It's as you say, it's very uncomfortable, but it's good. There's some humour in it from the best friend, and he was hilarious, and I was lapping up everything that he said and all the jokes. I was what am I on? Why am I laughing? But yeah, just really solid.
Yeah, and Daniel Kaluuya, very, very good.
Very good.
He's not in an awful lot, but I feel what he is in, he's really good. And this film was no exception. Just the sunken place
This was
bits.
his breakout thing as well, wasn't it? Or was it?
Yeah, I probably would have said in terms of Hollywood, because he was in Black Mirror. He was in that Black Mirror episode before this. But he was still very good in that. I'm not saying this made
nothing compared to the lengths that this film went to though. I feel this was a real turning point.
But even then, he's not in a great deal of stuff now. Really, I think he probably picks and chooses his projects, which is fair enough. But he's really good in it. Just the supporting cast are really good. It's good human nature horror. It's not, again, there's no monster or anything like that. It's very much a human
It's
evil.
the classic tale of the worst monsters are the people after all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it tells that very well. And you say, a rewatch, when you know the twist of the film, it's brilliant. All the stuff you pick up on.
It doesn't take away.
Oftentimes
when you know the twist, it's I never need to watch that again because I know the twist and it's boring now.
Yeah.
It's still good watching it again.
But yeah, you're not I wouldn't say there's jump scares in it. There's a few, but you're not that kind of horror where it's very visceral. You're very you just feel uncomfortable and just the premise. You're kind of oh god, that's awful.
Yeah.
What did you think, Kieran?
Yeah, I don't think that Jordan Peele will be able to make a better film than this.
That's very true.
Yeah.
This is genuinely, for a directorial debut, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
He's managed to come up with this. Or maybe I don't know if he wrote it or not.
I thought he.
It wouldn't surprise me if you did.
But just the fact that he was able to produce something like this is just incredible. You talk about the feeling and everything like that. You're all very much there with Daniel Kaluuya's character. You are just as uncomfortable as he is. All the bits where there's silence. There's a bit where he goes upstairs and there's loads of people talking.
Oh god, yeah.
And then they just all stop talking and they're just
brilliant.
listening into him. And you're oh my god, this is this is when you think about it, if you were in that situation, it's just terrifying.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people there and they're looking at you you're, like a meal kind of thing. I want that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that is just such a terrifying concept. When you really stop and think about it.
Yeah.
And just the helplessness that he finds himself in and everything like that. And the psychopathic nature of a lot of the characters, and you're just oh my god.
Yeah.
But it's it is not believable in some aspects, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the fact that could be human nature for some
Yeah,
psychopathic people, you can
yeah.
believe that could happen.
Yeah.
Which I think makes it worse in a sense. As you
It
say, it's
feels
not
real.
horror.
Yeah.
In the sense like you're like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'm
Luckily,
fine now.
this is never going to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, and it won't happen because it's a very, you know, it's kind of a supernatural-esque concept.
Yeah.
But just thinking about, like, you know, the opening scene where like that guy gets
Okay, when he gets kidnapped.
gets
Yeah,
kidnapped
yeah.
and things like that. You know, that's just no.
Yeah,
it's good.
Makes you feel that like you're very
Awful.
on edge.
Yeah, it's a
throughout
good
the
film.
film,
But it's
yeah.
a good. It is a good thriller.
Yeah.
It's a very good thriller.
Yeah.
I can't fault it in that respect. It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to say, it was written and directed by Jordan Peele.
There we
So
go.
he wrote
Yeah.
and directed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's had
Yeah.
it's a very interesting trilogy of films he's had because I think like you say I don't think Us and Nope are on the same level as Get Out, which I liked Nope more than Us, but it's
Yeah.
still
I've
never
not.
seen Us. You guys went to see it at the cinema, didn't you? I didn't come with you.
Yeah, it's not
That's
one that I would kind of recommend. I mean, I liked the idea of it, but I just didn't like the I just didn't like the film, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was
That's
good,
okay.
but I didn't like it.
Yeah, it kind of. I don't know whether this is the right way to put it, but it kind of suffers from the M. Night Shyamalan problem, where it's like you have a twist in your film, you kind of have to like not one up it, but like you need to have a twist, sort of things. Like the twist in Us was okay, but like it's just a bit like. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas like Nope, I enjoyed a lot more like the UFOs. Like the twist in that film's good as well. With like
I remember.
And he's got another one coming out, doesn't he? Is it him?
that's the conversation online because that is not directed by Jordan Peele. It's produced by him, and him has come out with really bad reviews. So now everyone is saying you can really see the difference between when he directs something and when he produces.
Yeah.
Because like
yeah.
it's kind of like he probably just went on this film, gave a bit of advice, and then that was it. Here's your producer credit. But yeah, apparently it's come out in not good reviews at all.
Oh yeah.
Because he wanted to direct Weapons, he bid it. He
Yes.
tried to bid on that, but lost out on that. So who knows what that film would have looked like
Yeah, I
if he.
wonder if it would have been any different.
I wonder if it would have been any good.
It was good for the first.
I like the ending scene.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do the scores.
Yeah. I gave it an 8. I think like in terms of the horror genre, I think for me there's definitely better films that I enjoy more. It's like a horror film, you know, like The Thing or like Alien, like that. I think that kind of horror is more my thing rather than like this one. But I think it's still a very, very good film. I'd still recommend it as like a film to watch, even if you're not like a horror fan. I think still watch it because it's really good.
Yeah.
What about you?
I gave it a 9.
Okay.
I think I just really enjoyed it. Second time, as I said, it was just solid.
Yeah,
Just like, actually,
yeah.
this is just a really good film. Can't fault it.
Yeah, I also gave it a 9. I don't
Okay.
place it in that same category as like
Yeah.
Alien and The Thing because I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they
yeah.
are more like kind of the supernatural horror, whereas I feel like this is more thriller. Like to me, this
Yeah.
is a
So I
horror
didn't
film.
even process that that's what you were saying. I wasn't taking in any.
I think if
any of
you
the words.
but if you were to say recommend me a horror film, I would go.
I wouldn't say
No.
this is not a horror
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
Like, I
I
think
also
that
wouldn't
it's-
say. Would you say Alien is a horror?
Alien
Yeah.
1.
Alien 1 is. yeah.
Aliens 2 is to a degree, but more of an
It's
action.
horror action, yeah. Alien Romulus, that's horror.
Yeah, I mean,
You're saying that,
I
you're
mean,
saying
maybe,
that, but you
like-
felt pretty terrified at the end bit.
Of
That is
course
definitely
I
horror.
did.
'Cause I mean, well, that end bit is just like, ooh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Gives me
yeah.
the heebie-jeebies.
But like, yeah, like, or
Heebie-jeebies
like, you know,
is a
like,
word.
or like Halloween, or you know, like that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like, I think that's
but
probably
then
unfortunate.
I wouldn't categorize Alien and Halloween as being in the same league.
There's
at all,
horror, though.
You know? I feel like there's horror, which is
All right, we're getting into subcategories of horror now. aren't
whatever,
we?
Megan and stuff like that's paranormal activity. That's a kind of horror, and then there's like
So you're talking
Better
paranormal,
horror?
slasher,
yeah,
sci-fi.
yeah, that kind of
You
horror
know.
because that's the kind of horror that I don't like. I just don't like it. I do not care for it at all. But if you were to think about like 28 Days Later, Alien, Get Out, those kinds of films, they're just different.
Okay, all right. Put it this: if I was to give you a top, if someone said recommend me like a horror film in this kind of vein, I'd probably go Speak No Evil. like because it's the same.
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
where
yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like human evil.
Did you watch that with us, Kieran?
James McAvoy one. Saw it last year where they go to his.
Is that his
farm.
barn?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
With
that.
the boy and then
Right.
they meet on holiday and
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think maybe the labelling of this as a horror is probably the bad. Like, again, if you said it's a thriller, then yeah, I may.
Oh, is this
maybe...
this is labelled as a horror?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't realise that.
Yeah, pretty sure it's labelled as horror. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that in a horror category. I definitely have it in thriller.
body horror, dark comedy, folk horror, psychological horror,
Yeah.
psychological thriller.
So yeah, that's my like.
Yeah,
If you're classing it as like horror, then yeah, I'd probably just say it's like an 8, but still
horror
good.
/ comedy.
Yeah. So there you go. There you go.
So that was a very big.
But yeah, sorry. So you give it a 9.
Give it a 9.
Okay. And is it one of the greatest films of the 21st century?
I think it's good that it's on the list, but I think it
it's
does
good.
need a little bit of respect, especially because, as I said, when I was saying about it being a turning point, I don't just mean for Daniel Clewer and Jordan Peele. I mean for the genre.
Yeah.
I think it was a turning point for the genre, as I've just said.
Oh my goodness.
I can't be bothered
To
to.
summarise you, I
Exactly.
think it's a turning point for the
had,
genre.
It had some like it had some impact.
It did have impact, and I think that's what the best film of all times needs. It has impact and influence, and everybody's been, including Jordan Peele himself, has been trying to recreate the magic,
Yeah.
but maybe not
Yeah.
doing it as well.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, I definitely agree. It should be one of the greatest films of the 21st century, just for what it did. Maybe not like this high. I don't even know why the horror films are on this list. Like, I'm interested to comb through it and see what else there is.
Yeah.
Because there probably is some better horror films of the 21st century. But, I mean, again, for you, like this high is still on the list. What do you...
Well, I don't know about top 10, but it's definitely in the top 30.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. That was Get Out. We'll see you guys in the next episode, but do let us know your thoughts on Get Out in the comments below. In the meantime, let's wait for film number 7.